you figured it out already? Yeah, you're just like, Kev, it's just the money. It's simply about the money. I don't even know why we're having this conversation. Now, isn't it interesting that you find there's some people who are very successful, millionaires, even billionaires. For example, Jeff Bezos, Bill Gates. Apparently, they were what? Yeah, these are divorced men. So I don't think it's just about the money. Yeah, so I'm basically I've given you an example of, somebody who's at the top of the pyramid. And still, the lady had to watch him for whatever reason. Now, if you're thinking what it takes to actually make a woman feel safe, this is it's an open-ended conversation, also very complex for most guys out there, because it's very, gentlemen, let's be honest, it's kind of very hard to figure out a woman. You know what I mean, yeah? But there's certain things that I guess would make a woman feel safe. I personally think money has to be at the top of it all, but it just can't be about the money, right? Yeah? Some women want to feel emotionally safe, right? And how do you go about that? So you need to be emotionally intelligent as a guy. You need to be able to listen to this woman, right? You need to be able to actually read the room sometimes. You don't have to say certain things to her. If I could do when the woman is not really, in the mood to have certain types of conversations. Maybe she's not in the mood to get intimate, right? Maybe she just needs a lot more. She just needs your presence. She doesn't want you yapping and trying to give her advice. Somebody told me women don't like it when a man tries to give her advice. Yeah, but let me ask you, because I know there's some guys out here either way, and they don't have that much money. But when you dig deep, turns out that their women are actually very safe around them. So is it about your masculine essence? Yeah, so I mean, probably when a woman looks at you based on your physique, she feels secure. Yeah, she feels if she gets attacked, if somebody attacks you guys, you can pretty much take care of her and the kids, the family. She's safe. She's safe around you. Yeah. Is it because maybe you communicate better, and because of that, you're making it easy for her to also be articulate and assertive? Yeah, is that the case? Maybe when you stick to your gender roles, traditional gender roles as a man, where kazi yako ni provide, procreate, and what else? And protect. Yeah, maybe that's what's going to create safety. You guys may think power dynamics have changed, especially in this day and age. In 2026, most of the time, especially if you're dealing with a woman who's already independent, like she has her own money, she's pretty much very educated, more often than not, she really doesn't need you like that. She doesn't really need that traditional essence of yours like that. I think she just needs your presence. Yeah? And that presence of yours, maybe it's just about the energy. It's not about you being so macho, domineering. Now you're always kafura, talking down on her. Rah, rah, rah. I don't think it's about that. Yeah, modern masculinity has actually changed. You'll be surprised. Yeah, there's certain things out here that men used to do that they cannot do these days, and women can do. Yeah, I don't even have to figure that out for you, but you know what I mean. Yeah, listen, men and women, mali tumefika, I think we define commitment very differently. Yeah, and also love. Yeah, so, and I can't even generalize. I think people are different, but what it all boils down to is chemistry. Yeah, if a woman, because obviously now we're talking in the context of a man. What does a man? How does a man actually understand? And how does a man know that? How does he ensure that a woman is safe around him? Yeah, I guess that's what I'm trying to clarify. So for me, I think just creating an environment where, this woman can be at her best version. I think that's what it takes. Yeah, so you have to do what you have to do. If you have to create, build a home. Yeah, I'm going to buy a home. Yeah, so she doesn't have to worry about security. Right? And then even you need to be honest. Yeah, you have to be honest in terms of your expectations of her. Communicate what you want. Yeah, and also let her do the same for you. You need to be understanding. Yeah, all these other things, man. Yeah, but also, like, for real, let me tell you one thing. However much I keep on saying that, the modern day dating has changed, I feel like there's certain things that are just constant. Your masculine essence, my brother, and I'm not talking about just the physical. The physical is part of it, but who you are for real, you need to be like a pillar. You need to, like, see, they say a man is like the sun, yeah? Bro, you need to be so grounded, yeah? You need to be so consistent, so alive, so stretching. Yeah, that nothing phases you. Of course, you're a human. Things are going, life be lifing. But really, yeah, no matter whatever happens, you have core confidence that you're going to handle anything. You know what I mean? Yeah. A woman has to feel that, banner, bro. Even if you need her support. Obviously, you can't do everything by yourself. Yeah, even because you guys are a team. But she has to feel like you're not phased by, the, how do they say it? By the, yeah, you don't have to be phased by life. The elements. Yes, that's the word. You don't have to be phased by the elements because things will happen to you. But just because things happen doesn't mean you cease being a pillar. Somebody that she can lean on, somebody that she can always rely upon, somebody that she can have an honest conversation with. All these other things play out. I think those are the things that can make a woman feel safe around you. But what it all boils down to, at the core of it all, is financial stability. Bro, I don't care, man. I don't care how... I don't care how your energy is just so amazing, bro. I don't care how your energy is so believable. You know what I mean? I don't care how manly you are. Somehow, and I'm not saying you have to be a millionaire, but I'm just saying you need to have some sort of financial stability. You know what I mean? Yeah? You need to understand money, bana. You need to understand the game. Yeah, she needs to know that, hey, ikipotea, you understand the game. You can create ideas. You can create new systems. Yeah, you can get out there and make it happen, bana. I'm telling you, in this day and age, bro, love has become so transactional, manze. Yeah, but listen, I'm not saying you have more than enough. I'm only saying, kakiru lazime ikue. You have a bit of resources going on. What do you think is going on over here, by the way? What do you think makes a woman feel safe with a man? Yeah? Because let's be honest, for us guys, when you see us, by the way, hanging out, yeah, with the brothers, more often than not, we're always not that you always, but most of the time, we're trying to understand women. We just don't get it. Huh? Hey, you get bro, eh? Suddenly she was pissed. You guys, she's there. Bembeleza me to do. Everyone is just giving examples of how they don't get women. Yeah, but it is what it is. Listen, the only thing you have to do is just make sure your woman has an environment where she can feel safe around you and she can thrive. The rest, wachia Mungu. When we come back, it is all about the